Well, hello there. Thank you for joining us here at Coolest Life. My name is Tony, and I am here to do a little DIY. I'm going to try and take you through some of the reasons that you want to replace one of these and what it's good for and what it really does. So come along with me, because you just entered the Coolest Life, DIY edition. So what is this anyway? What does it do? Well, this is where your water intake goes. So for your city water, and you can see it's not just a straight plug. There's a little something special inside of that. What that is a black backflow. It does a couple of things. One, it prevents any water from inside your RV going to go back up your line if you don't have it plugged up or something. And this plug here is not going to stop any kind of real water pressure from coming out of it. It's just really to keep bugs out of it if you're riding down the road and you got it open. You don't have something attached to it. But if this thing gives way, what's happening, we had some symptoms. We had a problem with air getting inside of our system. Our water pump started acting funny. Didn't know what was going on with it. We thought it was a gasket within our water pump. That wasn't the case. We thought it was just air in the lines. That wasn't the case. I was about to take so troubleshooting, what I did was I bypassed my water pump to see if I could plug straight into city water. Okay, that wasn't working. I bypassed some filters to see if that was it. That wasn't it. Even changed my filters inside, the actual filter itself. That wasn't it. So then I started from scratch. I said, okay, what's the scenario? The scenario is I was not getting water inside my RV from city water. So I disconnected the water hose, my white water hose that's coming into this, into my RV, and found something kind of troubling. Let me show it to you. So mine looks like this. This is the piece I'm actually going to replace, which is this piece right here. I'm going to pull it out. It connects from the other side. I'm going to show you what it looks like from the inside. Mine actually, I have a hose here. It goes into a water filter. This is my first water filter. And then I've got another carbon water filter on the other side. So everything's double filtered before it goes in my house or the RV. And the second thing I've got is, let's see. I got that. Oh, I've got, for my drinking water, I've got a separate filter up underneath of my sink, so that my water is filtered here, it's filtered on the other side, and then it's filtered as it comes out. So I got my drinking water is triple filtered. That keeps me from having to get a Berkey, which are not only cumbersome, but they can be costly. So I don't have to worry about that. I got straight up tap water basically coming out. So can you see the difference between that and this? Ooh, there's something inside of there. What could that be? What is it? Tell you what that is. That is this piece, which is going to go straight inside. And then it's going to be spring loaded with this, the spring. Well, these were just kind of sitting there. So that told me, they kind of looked like that right there. So that told me that this thing was broken. On the outside of that was an additional screen that looked like that went on top of it. But those were not working properly. That should be have an extra clip on it. Anyway, it had broken. So that's why it should look like a little T going across. See the T going across? So that's what it should look like. So that's why I'm replacing this piece here. So let's get it off. So I've taken it off here, and you can see that it's just basically a water hose type fitting is all it is on either side. And as I adjust my light here, this is actually the piece I took off of there, and it basically just screws on there. So I'm going to put some tape right across this on my new one. My new one is, of course, as you can tell, is brass. So I'm going to put some plumber's tape on there, and then I'm going to screw this on and put this right back in position. We're going to have this one here to work with. What this does, when your water pump puts pressure in the system, it will cause this thing to close and close off backflow. So water will come out of this if that backflow thing is not working properly, which in this case was this thing here that went bad on me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one here and there. It's going to create any kind of backflow so that I can run my water pump again, because before I couldn't run my water pump because it was forcing water back through my system. This portion of the system, I really don't want that. And just like that, we are installed and it is ready to go. All I'm going to do is hook this thing here back up and see, I checked for leaks, and it should be good to go and not have a backflow problem anymore. All right, we are hooked back up and we are in business. I have got the water pump on, which is what that light there is, and I've got no water coming out of the end of this, which is what I was happening before. And I've actually got this one open, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it off just to make sure there's no water coming out of this, because I don't want any water coming out of this. This is my meter, and this is my pressure regulator and my meter, and you can see this one here is actually on 0, as it should be, because I don't have any water coming in here. My city water would come in here, and I would, in my case, I would make this thing go here so my city water came out of that hole and went straight into that, which would be from this white, not the regular other ones that you would see, the other water hoses, that your white water hoses, which is for your potable water. That's going to go in there. It goes through my pressure regulator, and all this I got locked up here in my bay, so it's not hanging off the edge of my my pedestal. Some people will do that. They'll put this on their pedestal. These things can be stolen. Everyone knows they're anywhere between, I don't know, $20 and $50 a piece. So sometimes they're a high commodity, but I will always recommend getting one. If you're going to buy this anyway as a pressure regulator, and you're going to be able to adjust it with a screw right down here at the bottom, get your one of these so you know exactly how much pressure is coming through. Typically at a water park, pressure is going to be between 30 and 60 from what I've seen. And normally it ranges about 40. That's why I got this set for 40. So sometimes you can get some places and it might go up higher than that. What you don't want is too much water pressure going in your system, because it goes in your system. These pipes in your system, like that pipe right there, are not regulated for 120 psi like they are in a lot of people's homes. So you got to make sure you get your pressure regulator and get you one with a gauge. And I hope this helped.